Hi everyone, it's Kerchie. For this Polly Pocket showcase, I'm going to be showing Fairylight Wonderland. It is a gigantic, star-shaped compact. This is one of the most memorable Polly Pockets because not only is it gigantic, but there are so many elements inside that you can play with, and it lights up. So let's take a look at all the magic inside. This is the gorgeous, the beautiful, the gigantic Fairylight Wonderland. It comes in a giant star-shaped compact. Of course, I had to give this one a brand new logo as well, like I do with all my other Polly Pockets. I love that this is humongous, but there's not a lot going on with the design. They kept it plain like the smaller compacts. As usual, on the back we have the Bluebird logo and the year, which is 1993. This is also a pretty thick compact. This can actually stand on its own. I like to stand it up like this, just like that. Although that can get dangerous because just a couple weeks ago, my husband found this very same Polly Pocket on the floor of my craft room. We don't know what happened. There wasn't an earthquake, but this was on the floor and it actually got scratched from falling. All he said was he heard a loud crash, came into my room, and this was on the floor. I was sleeping, so I didn't see or hear any of it happen. As far as traumatic personal experiences go, that was it for me. I also want to give a shout out to my best friend who bought this for me. So thank you, BFF. This video is dedicated to you. Fairylight Wonderland comes with 3 gorgeous characters. First, we have Polly, who is in her fairy form. Now you'll notice that the wings are not original. I sculpted these out of polymer clay because I just didn't like how the original wings looked. On onlypollypocket.com, you can see how the original wings looked, and they were made out of this really thin fabric that curled over time. So with this one, you can see hers are already curled. They just felt and looked so cheap that I tore them off and made brand new wings. The second fairy is Ella, and for her, I decided to give her teal wings. If you're wondering how I made the wings exactly and how I attach them to the Polly, I'm gonna do a separate video on that. I do have a couple other fairies that I want to fix up like this, so watch out for those videos. And lastly, we have Pixie. She doesn't have wings, so I assume maybe she's a human in the fairy world, or maybe she's the queen of all the fairies, and she doesn't get wings because she can fly all on her own. And this is what my imagination comes up with. And now it's time to enter Fairylight Wonderland. This thing is so huge, it can't even be framed in my camera all at once. As you can see, it's so gorgeous. The pink and purple that I love so much is all throughout this compact. Let's go through all the details. On the bottom, we can see a beautiful scenario. It kind of looks like an indoor-outdoor hybrid scenario. First, we have these double doors that look so beautiful. You can see that flower pattern there too. And they open up just like this. And you can go right into Fairylight Wonderland. There's a pretty fountain over here. It doesn't turn, although it looks like it. That's just for decoration. In this corner, we can see some kind of vanity where the fairies can see how beautiful they are. There's also a platform here where you can place the dolls. And when you turn this, the platform turns and makes it look like they're dancing. All around here, we have very beautiful designs. There's a bunch of flowers, bushes, another gigantic flower over here. It looks like we're in some kind of forest. On the other side, we see a beautiful dining area where all the fairies can eat their delicious fairy food and have a little tea party. This also opens up, and this is just a place to keep the dolls or jewelry or all of your secrets. Going up the blue stairs over here, there's also more food. There's cake, desserts, some drinks, those triangle sandwiches. They're fancy fairies. When you open this up, it's also another compartment. This compartment here is where the battery goes because this entire compact lights up. The carpet on the stairs is so beautiful. I love the gold trim that just reflects nicely against the light. So going up the stairs, we get to the second level. This is the part that we all remember the most, especially this hot air balloon. We all remember this one. The details are so adorable. We see more nature over here. There's a butterfly, flowers, grass. Here we see a scenario with more fairy friends. They look to be playing some sort of instrument, some kind of fairy performance. We have a pretty chair over here. It looks like some kind of throne. And of course, we have the hot air balloon, which goes up and down when you turn this flower. There's some beautiful fairy designs here, more mushrooms and floral stuff. On this side, we have some kind of Ferris wheel looking thing that turns when you move the middle piece like this. This is laying down flat, so the chairs aren't moving into position, but they normally stay straight like this. Now I think it's time to have some fairy fun. I somehow saw Pixie as the type to care a lot about her beauty, so I placed her on the vanity. And here's Polly and Ella having a nice picnic in the forest. We are gonna take Pixie along on a hot air balloon ride. I'm pretty sure they're gonna fall off, but we're gonna attempt to give these fairies a Ferris wheel ride. Oh, they're staying? Nope, she fell. Hang on, Polly. There we go. Nope, she fell too. That's okay, they have wings. They'll just fly out of this situation. And now it's time to see Fairylight Wonderland at night. There's a switch here to turn on the light. It is so much more gorgeous when the lights are on because it looks so enchanting. It also makes a really good night light. Sometimes I just prop this up next to my desk when I'm working and just stare at it once in a while, and it really gets my mind off of the stress I'm going through. Just looking at it calms my soul. Look at those fairies. They're so pretty. That was so magical and beautiful. I love getting to play with these on camera and sharing it with you guys. Now it is time for the fairies to go to sleep. So there it is, Fairylight Wonderland. This is definitely one of the most beautiful Polly Pockets I have ever seen. This just doesn't compare to the new ones. And again, I'm biased. I love the 90s ones. I'm a 90s kid, but I don't really have to prove much here because just looking at this, you can already tell that the quality is just so much better. There's so much to do. It's so gorgeous. And I also love little fairies, so that's just an added bonus for me. Thank you for watching this Polly Pocket showcase, and I'll see you on the next one.